Buyers decide how much your home is worth even before they finish the front hallway. And once that number is set in their head, you don't get it back. If you're a first-time home seller, or you haven't sold a home in ages, this video is going to make you feel uncomfortable, but it can save you a lot of money because buyers don't tell you why they offer less. They don't explain it. They don't debate it. They don't give you feedback that helps you. They quietly, mentally discount your house within the first 30 seconds. Most sellers have no idea this is happening. Most sellers think that buyers walk through your home and are logical. They think buyers evaluate square footage, finishes, and value step by step. But that's not how buying actually works. Buyers feel first. And once uncertainty enters their brain, they protect themselves with price. And here's the part that catches people off guard. And it's not usually the big, obvious problems. And it's the small things that sellers swears the buyers would not even notice. They notice immediately. Buyers don't subtract repair costs logically. They subtract confidence emotionally. Every negative signal creates one quiet thought. What else am I not seeing? Once that thought appears, price becomes defensive. And they don't even realize they're doing this. It just feels safer to offer less. Everything I'm going to show you later is going to trigger that exact response. But the final one I'm going to show you goes way further. It just doesn't lower price. It gives the buyer leverage. Here's what to never have in your house when you're putting it on the market. Let's start with pets, because this one surprises sellers the most. And before anyone gets defensive, this has nothing to do with the buyers liking or not liking animals. Even buyers that own pets do this. And here's why. So when a buyer walks in a home and they see or smell evidence of a pet, even faintly, the brain doesn't just think, oh, there's a dog here. It thinks, what kind of other issues is being hidden? What should I be watching out for? And that thought happens instantly, even if they don't really consciously know this. Talk about pet smells, pet beds, food bowls, scratches on walls and baseboards, and definitely like hair, and even hairballs in the corner. And these things aren't judged emotionally. They're judged financially. And here's the thing. Buyers start making assumptions. Probably thinking there's more wear and tear on the floors. Maybe that's hidden by carpets. The doors are probably even more scratched and worn than what you can see. Maybe it's maybe they're visiting the place at night and they're thinking, if it smells now, would it be worse during the summer or during the winter when all the doors and windows are closed? And here's the thing. They don't test their assumptions. They can't. How can they? They don't even bother asking you because you're always going to be given the most positive answers. And definitely they don't have the capacity or the ability to investigate, but they quietly protect themselves. And that protection usually ends up in price. And it's not because your home is bad, and it's because uncertainty feels expensive. And here's the part that most sellers miss. Even if they can't smell their pet, buyers can. Remember, you're used to it. Buyers are not. But say when you go visit your friend's house and they have a pet, but you probably smell the pet or the type of cuisines that they cook. You probably smell that and they probably can't. And buyers usually trust their first impression over your explanations. And this is just one way buyers quietly discount your home. Next, I'm going to show you something that makes buyers feel that your home is smaller than it is. And small feeling homes get punished in price. It's one of the most underrated price killers. Most of the time, sellers feel it's cosmetic, but buyers don't see clutter. They feel restriction, too much furniture, blocked walkways, stuff on every surface. When a buyer walks through a cluttered home, they don't say, oh, it's messy, it's cluttered. They say, hey, that feels small. And small feeling homes get discounted quietly, immediately. And there's a second layer that most sellers miss. Clutter creates strong anxiety. There's actually studies on this. And these are the things that buyers start asking themselves. Is there not enough storage? Where am I going to put everything? Am I going to have all my stuff out like this? Or why they're moving usually, because they're out of storage space, out of space. And they walk into a home and feel like that there's not enough storage. I'm not going to even entertain offering. The other thing they're going to think, are we going to outgrow this home quickly? And once these questions start, the confidence starts dropping. So that equates to one of two things. One, they don't even offer on your home because they don't feel like it meets their needs. Or two, let's say they do want your home. They say, hey, I'll try work it out. They're going to offer you less because now they have to think of storage solutions or ways to create more storage. And clutter also sends a different signal, a second signal, that the home can't handle the day-to-day life of most families. Functional adults, they feel expensive. And when they feel expensive, that's when price discounting start tapping on your home. So for everything we talk about creates hesitation with buyers. But the next mistake makes buyers feel like they can't even emotionally move in at all. And when that happens, offers get conservative pretty quickly or no offers at all. And this one feels pretty harmless to most sellers. Talking about family photos, mail being left out, maybe your degree or diploma is on the wall. But buyers experience what you're leaving out very different. They feel like it's not their home. It feels like it's your home. They can't picture themselves living in that house. And if they can't emotionally picture themselves living in that property, they emotionally disconnect. And emotionally disconnected buyers, they can't connect living in that home. They don't feel urgency. They don't feel the need to compete, and they stay cautious. Most sellers think that emotional attachment comes from warmth. That's not the case. For buyers, emotional attachment comes from imagination. They need room to mentally move in. And when your stuff is everywhere, your personal stuff is everywhere, buyers, they stay as visitors. And visitors don't make offers or bold offers. It's not about being cold or sterile. That's not what I'm referring to. About creating psychological space. And space lets buyers project their future. Even if buyers can imagine themselves living there, if they feel like they need to undo a lot of work, they protect themselves with price. This next one frustrates sellers the most. And I usually have the most argument about this one with sellers. It's because they love it and they chose it intentionally. And they spent a lot of money or energy on it. But buyers don't offer price on your taste. Instead, they think about how much money it's going to cost them to undo it. I'm talking about bold paint colors, statement wallpaper, feature walls. That's one. And very strong themes and highly stylized like light fixtures, something that's so unique that you imported from Italy. You loved it, but it doesn't really match the taste of a lot of buyers. So here's the thing. Buyers don't calculate renovation costs logically. They calculate some numbers that they made up in their head, and they usually double it. And they put in a lot of emotional effort as well, because now the home is not really move-in ready. It's going to take some updating to get it to where they need it to. And the emotional effort that it takes to do this usually feels a lot higher than the actual number it takes to fix something. So let's say the cost is even say $3,000 to fix it. In their mind, it's going to be about $10,000 to $15,000. And when something feels expensive like that, they protect themselves with price on the offer. And here's the thing. They're not going to compete in your multiple offer. They negotiate and they wait. So everything we cover so far affects price directly. The last one I'm going to share with you changes the negotiation dynamic. Well, this last one is uncomfortable, but it's the most damaging. I'm talking about 2 beds, empty rooms. One person clearly moved out. There's only a male or female set of clothes left in the closet. And there's a lot of tension in the showing instructions. And how buyers read the situation, it's urgent. They're not hanging around. Like, you're not testing the market. They're trying to get rid of this property so their life can go on. And they're gonna assume you need to sell. And when buyers sense urgency, their mindset changes. They stop asking, do we really want this home? And they're going to start thinking, how low can I offer? And this doesn't just affect price, it affects negotiations, conditions, timelines, concessions, because they know that you need to sell. When they feel the power and the leverage, they're going to push. And the hardest part is that you don't even have to say anything. Your agent doesn't have to say anything. They can feel it when they're walking through your home. And everything that we mentioned earlier creates hesitation. This last one creates leverage for the buyer. And this is why usually buyers say, I didn't realize that buyers were usually making a decision on my home within the first 30 seconds. And I didn't realize the buyers start discounting my home the moment they walk in the front door. But now you do. That's some power for you. And if you want to see some more videos on how to sell properly and how to maximize your price, subscribe for more videos just like this. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.